A judge with a past, a young girl that is terrified, and a town that is turned upside down. Today we're talking about Judge Stone by James Patterson and Viola Davis. As you know, every book deserves a cocktail, and we've got a good one for you today. Cherry time, and I love to incorporate fresh ingredients, and so this is my Bing Cherry Smasher. I am a huge fan of both of these individuals, and I didn't know to expect when they were put together to write this book. I kind of had an inkling because Viola Davis had How to Solve a Murder, and then, of course, James Patterson has this big career in writing. So I was kind of new, and by the title, Judge Stone, I kind of felt like I knew where it was going, but I didn't. On the other hand, the premise of the book is a little girl goes into a clinic with her counselor from high school at night, and she has an abortion. And I know, as well as you do, that that is a hot topic for everyone. And I have my political views, and then I have my religious views, and sometimes they come to heads in my mind and what I talk about it. I am not going to get into either one of those. What I want to talk about is the character of Judge Stone and what I appreciated so much that Viola Davis and James Patterson wrote this character. Because as a 61-year-old woman, I get a little frustrated that most of the main characters for women are very young. They're coming into their own. They are make silly mistakes, as we always all do. And so you do not see a lot of books with the main character of my age. And if you do, they're sad because they've lost their husband, they're living out regrets, they're doing all these kind of things. And that irritates me. So to see this character be a strong woman making strong, important, life changing decisions on the bench, it was very, very entertaining for me. She runs her farm, she mucks the horse, she just does all these things on this farm by herself. She goes and every Saturday feeds the people in her church, or her former church, where her sisters go to church. And she runs this 100-year-old farm that her family had. Plus, she has the judgeship. And it is just so refreshing to see a strong female character in books. And I feel like that there is a very big gap in the writing world where our age women are concerned. So I loved that. I loved that Viola Davis was the narrator of this book. And so it brought a lot of character to Judge Stone. And since she wrote it and she's an actor in television, that just made it even better for me. I loved the collaboration between the two, and you can definitely see where they worked separately, but then they combined their talents. I really enjoyed that. They both brought these characters to life, and as a reader, I appreciate that. I appreciate the subject. I appreciate that they brought it to the forefront and made it where just because the law says one thing, the law sometimes misses the emotional part of what has happened. And that's where these two great, a writer and actor, brings this to a forefront. And it comes to a big head. and there's a lot of big things that happen in this book, and I definitely can see this as a movie, and I kind of hope that they do bring it to into a movie because it is very, very good. What I would give this book, I would rate it a 4.5 solid B. There were a few little things that I didn't like. It was a little slow at times where you got the purpose of it, and they just kept repeating some things that I felt like have been left out. Um, but all in all, it's a 4.5 B. If you love James Patterson, you're going to love this book. If you love Viola Davis and you want to see a strong female, independent female, and she doesn't bash the male gender, she doesn't do anything in that part of it. She's just this strong judge, and she judges by the rules. And so it's nice to kind of see her grow and to see her background and some of her life things that happened. And uh, you kind of makes you wonder if judges do bring their experience to the court to make these decisions. They brought out King Solomon, mentioned it several times. So there is a religious part, and because of the subject matter, I think that was interesting that they brought that in. So it is a great book. So thank you for joining me. I am so pleased to bring this book to you. It's worth the read. Again, thank you. And I'm Dana B, and this is Boozy Bee's Books and Cocktails. And cheers. Cheers.